for me, part of the great American coin hunt, collecting coins, is this: how far back can I go, find great quality and affordability to come together? And we know with early colonial American coins, that's a tough one. Because you can find the coins, but they look like they've been used for 250 years, right? Well, how about we take a journey even back further? Let's go back to the Roman Empire, 700-year reign. And during that time frame, we have one of the most popular rulers of all time, Constantine the Great, Constantine the I, and all the changes he made to the empire. But then, as Paul Harvey would say, there's the rest of the story. Tonight, for the first time, I got all three of them together. Here we go. And again, all three of them together means we're able to actually bring out Constantine the Great. 272 to 337, as it references on the graphic. Quality is a beautiful circulated coin, VF condition, as referenced on the holder, all certified by NGC. They do a great job with these. But then we get to go to his first two children. And that's where it gets interesting. His first wife, Helena, and their son, Crispus. Right? Then he remarries to Fausta, and their first son together, his second wife, is Constantine II. Okay? And as Constantine I gets a little bit older, he had a longer reign, 31 years, the second longest reign in the 700-year empire. Who was the oldest? You know this, Augustus Caesar, right? The first. Within this, however, here is what we see. Constantine the Great, not only the military expand the empire to its greatest and largest border structure ever, he also put out the Edict of Milan in 313, which was declaring religious freedoms to anyone and everyone in the Roman Empire, opening up himself to Christianity. And that made a big difference going forward. And that's what a lot of people remember him by, even though a lot of his other feats were important. But that's when the story, and we all have our family stories, right? Whether it's aunt this or uncle that or brother so-and-so, we all have our family stories. This one you can't make up. To a point where it was actually officially removed from the true Roman archives. It was deleted. Crispus does not exist. Nor does his second wife, Fausta. And the reason why is, and the rumor has it, that the second wife had relations with the first son, much older than her children, right? And wind got back to Caesar, right? Constantine, and he went ballistic, right? Killing Crispus, killing his second wife, and then putting Constantine II on the throne with him to rule the empire. Now, they back this up by just the fact that there are statements in Roman history of these two people being removed from the archives as being anyone, anywhere in the Roman succession. The only time they do that is something isn't right? And Constantine the Great had a lot of power. He was the greatest of all time, expanding the empire, opening up the minds and accepting that others can have a different thought on religion than his own. By the way, he eventually did transition himself over to Christianity the later years in his life. You won't sometimes wonder if it was because of what he did, because then they found out that it was a story made up. It actually didn't happen. His wife at the time did not have relations with his first son from the prior marriage. And that just sunk him, from what they say. Because the reaction was, they got to be swift, they got to be strong, and then somebody just was looking to prove a point They say Constantine II, the oldest son, did not get along well with the mom. And as a result, this is a great way to get her out of the way. And I can now move to the throne myself. Unfortunately, though, he didn't live too old. He was only 24 years old when he passed. He was responsible for a lot of the Western Roman pushes. Now, good question. Thank you. Are there special holders on the reverse? Because you're seeing a red, a blue, and then a silver. Actually, they're not. They're all silver. It's just around us here on the studio, we have some things that dampen the noise on the walls, and then there's some red felt on the other side. That's where the red's coming from. The blue, I can't figure out where that's coming from because there's nothing blue around me other than my shirt. And I'm behind the set talking to you right now. So, but they all are official. Now, each one of these is certified by NGC, the House of Constantine, who they were, when they were in power. All of our issues are from when they were actually Caesar. So each of the two children, when they were actually the boss in their respective sphere of the Roman Empire. It's just a great story, a great time frame. And think about it. How hard is it to find a quality 250-year-old US coin? Now, how about going back 1,800 years and finding them where they look this nice? Wow, huh? That's just the great part about it. And the people at NGC spend their time and effort to give us all the information. There is a story card as you see it. On the left-hand side is the front. On the backhand or the right-hand side, you're seeing what is on the back of each of the cards. It gives you a little bit of a summary of the role each of these individuals played in the Roman Empire. Who were they? What did they do? But as I referenced, we have found Crispus before. We have found Constantine II before. We always find Constantine the Great. But again, that 31 years gives more flavor to finding coins, right? But we have not had them all together at one time. Maybe when Don was helping out years and years ago, but as long as I've been doing this, I can't recall having that conversation. It's just a unique one at best. Bottom line is this. Look at the price, $69.95. My competition for coins that are not certified, just coins and flips, and we're telling you this is what it is. 85 to 120 on Constantine, and then 90 and 120 on Crispus and Constantine II. We are significantly less. We went the extra mile and had all of them certified. They all certify the same grade, which means we kicked out everything around it to make it a beautiful, homogeneous option. Your choice is this. You don't need to get any of these unless you want to get Constantine. You don't have to get all three, I should say. Just join us. Just don't miss out. What a great storyline. Great, great coins from the world's history. And tonight, $69.95 brings them home.